Maintenant, quelques messages personnels. Les girafes ne portent pas de faux cols. Andromaque se parfume à la lavande.
Every now and again, there'd be a proclamation in the newspaper, all men between the ages of 18 and 23 to register at the drill hall for military service. Chaps would suddenly disappear for a while and reappear in uniform, on leave. Then another order. All firms to reduce their male employees by a further 10%. I was the only single male in our office, so I thought, I'm bound to go now. My pal, Doc, was in a similar position in his department, so he said, why don't we go for the RAF? They keep mates together, don't they? Off we went to the recruiting office at the drill hall. He passed the test to be a pilot. I failed on my eyesight, but passed for aircrew. Because they were only recruiting for pilots, an RAF officer with one leg told me to go home and wait. I was really cheesed off, so walked across the hall and into the army and joined the Royal Armoured Corps, the 11th of Hussars. They gave me 6 weeks to wind up my affairs. Doc never did get called up, and I did not fancy the RAF anyway. So on the morning of the 10th of April 1943, I caught the train to Beverley, Yorkshire. The camp was not far out of town. It was the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry Barracks. Little did I know that 30 years later, my son would also be posted there as a soldier.
Remember the American tourists at the Hyde Park Memorial? I didn't say anything to them, because I think that war memorials are difficult things. We don't really know what to do with them, nor how to engage with them, except on Remembrance Day. Pubs are easy. They are part of an ordering system for the memories we carry around with us. The Falcon, the Rifle Volunteer, the Black Bear, the William IV, the Lamb, the Grey Horse. We understand their purpose, and if memory is articulated through the places we use, if the places we visit and inhabit help us to remember time and our passing through it, then pubs are important. We know what pubs are for, but what about memorials? When Ken Livingstone was the Mayor of London, he wanted to remove the statues of General Charles James Napier of the Peninsular Wars in 1812 and General Henry Havelock, the champion of the Indian Mutiny, who led 2,000 soldiers to save the British citizens, trapped by the sepoys, who had murdered some 6,000 women and children from Trafalgar Square. Were they simply from a time we no longer remember or care about? In this era of wayside shrines to those murdered or killed on the road, and remembered by friends and family, is there a place for statues and memorials provided by the nation or the state? Perhaps the statues can provoke a sense of unease, a discomfort about the colonial and imperial past. In recent years, lots of statues have been destroyed, and even John Colston dumped in a river by protests, who probably can't really explain why they did it beyond slavery or police brutality. Other statues targeted have been Christopher Columbus, Sir Francis Drake, Oliver Cromwell, King Charles II, and Admiral Lord Nelson, the hero of Trafalgar near Cadiz, Spain. Has our country been gripped by a strange sense of self-loathing? In our era of the politics of identity, we seem more interested in celebrating individuals' fixed and quite accidental attributes, their ethnicity, cultural heritage, gender or disability, rather than what they have discovered or done in the world outside of their bodies. Murals of Charles Floyd, besmeared walls from London to New York. While it was unfortunate that he died that way, he was no hero or role model. We prefer victims to heroes. We prefer that than living with the dead. The removal of those generals or great men would allow amnesia of the traumatic and transformative effects of their lives and actions, of the bloody arenas in which they were actors and agents. Even if we don't agree that their actions hold merit, should we forget? Perhaps in an era in which we are engaged in unpopular wars, It would be easier if the gunner and his company were forgotten, ignored, or just reduced to a photo, backdrop for a little memory in the making. No blood and mud, no dying horses and body parts, no regrets, no tears. The music hall chorus of dead soldiers are at it again.
Making mocker uniforms that guard you while you sleep is cheaper than them uniforms, and they're starvation cheap. And hustling drunken soldiers when they're going large a bit is 5 times better business than parading in full kit. Then it's Tommy this and Tommy that and Tommy, how's your soul? But it's thin red line of heroes when the drums begin to roll. Oh, the drums begin to roll, my boys. The drums begin to roll. Oh, it's thin red line of heroes when the drums begin to roll.